ready. There you are again.
Ready? You're ready? Yeah. Germaine, you're here in Copenhagen. How are you finding it so far? And what fights are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
I love it. I love it. The people are so friendly. I went downtown in the city earlier this morning, and I absolutely love it. I feel the atmosphere. It makes me hungry to fight, so I gotta hold up a little bit, but you know, I'm always excited for every fight because I know what all of these warriors go through to make it here and to be here and step in that octagon. So every fight I'm looking forward because I know they will give everything they have.
And we could see that yesterday you really enjoyed questions and answers experience as you were very, hyped into the atmosphere. And can you please elaborate on that, the emotions that you had?
You know, I'm honestly a believer that life is too short to not enjoy it. I mean, if you get to do this, you better love it. And if you don't love it, you stop doing it. And I love what I do. So every time when I'm here surrounding with people that have the same passion and love that I have for fighting, and we get to share that love. So that makes me very happy.
Yeah, and we could hear and see a lot of support from the local people and not only local. So were you surprised? Was it a shock for you that you are so supported here in Scandinavia?
I was surprised, absolutely surprised, but pleasantly surprised, and you know, it makes me proud and it gives me so much more motivation to become the UFC champion again and bring the belt back to Europe, because I believe here in Europe we deserve to have another UFC champion, and I will ask within my power everything I have. If I win the belt, I will ask the UFC to defend it here in Europe.
Yeah, so if we're speaking about your next fight, so how is the fighting camp going on?
It's going great. I feel amazing. Like I've said before, I had 4 months from the moment I heard that I was going to fight Amanda to prepare myself for this fight. It's plenty of time. I don't need more time.
You guys first met when you were both pretty early into your UFC careers, and obviously both of you have developed a lot, but it's usually in the quick rematches, it's on the one who lost to make the changes. It kind of seems like people have expectations that the one who lost has to change things. How do you look at the rematch and how do you approach it?
The thing is, I don't see it as a rematch anymore. I see it me fighting Amanda Nunes, me fighting the best female fighter on the planet right now, right? And I have to leave the past for what the past is. If I take all these emotions with me into this fight, that's not good. I'm a new fighter. She's a different fighter from the time we fought last time. So I cannot hold on to that. I don't hold on to that. For me, this is just a fight, and I get to fight for the belt again, and that's for me.
You're just after the prelims of tonight's event. Which fight do you like the most?
From the prelims so far?
Yeah. If you have watched every fight, because I can guess that you're a busy person today.
I'm not that busy. Trust me, I'm not that busy. To be honest, every fight had something special. Absolutely.
What about Mark De Cris? Because he was doing his training camp back in Holland. You are also a big fighter, so what about his fight, his performance? Did you see anything classic British style?
To be honest, I was really in the cab on my way here, so I really did. That's the only fight I didn't see. But I saw one of the guys who trains at the same gym as I'm training for his camp. He came out to Holland, CR. He came back to Holland and trained with the same kickboxing coach as I have. So I watched that fight. Unfortunately, he didn't get the win tonight. He fought a tough opponent. You know, you cannot always win. That's fighting. That's sports. That's life. You know, I mean, yeah, to be honest, every fight I loved. I mean, come on, these guys, they put it all on the line for us to entertain us, right? I mean, they put so much hard work. I know what all of these guys and ladies put in. You know, I have to put it in every day myself. So I respect them all, absolutely, and I enjoy watching them all.
You know, going back to your fight with Amanda Nunes, I mean, she's been such a dominant, she's a 2-division champ. What do you think it's going to take for you to be able to bring the belt back to Europe, like you said? What do you think it's going to take to put her away?
That's a very hard question, because fighting is anything can happen. For me, the most important reason is, and I do have the utmost respect for her, but when we step in that cage, I have no respect in that sense. I'm coming there to entertain the people and have fun myself. As long as I have fun, I will beat Amanda.
Do you see a way that it could unfold? How do you see it going down?
To be honest, I really don't know how it's gonna go down. I know what I'm gonna bring, and I'm gonna put a lot of pressure on Amanda, and I'm gonna bring pure violence, because that's how I fight, that's how I like to fight. And for me, this is the fight, it's do or die. For me is that, and it has nothing to do with our previous fight. I'm 35 years old. I've been through it already. You know, I've fought a man. I'm 10 times undefeated world champion in kickboxing. I've been fighting for 21 years, and for 20 years, I'm on top of this game. 20 years being the #1 contender in the world is a very long time. You know, so for me, December 14, it's do or die. You know, there's no other way than do or die.
And it is a big card as well. It's just been confirmed that Kamaru Usman will defend his title against Colby Covington. What do you think about that fight? How do you think that goes down?
I think this is so amazing. Seriously, first of all, I'm so happy I'm not the main event. I hate waiting. I don't like waiting. Let's get in there and just get it done. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to wait. I mean, this is history. First time ever in UFC history. 3 title fights in one night. I mean, history again. If nobody channels in, they're losing. This is gonna be insane. Amanda versus me, Max Holloway versus Volkanov, Colby versus Usman. Only these three fights, seriously, you should just tune in and watch. This is gonna be a historic night. Seriously, this is gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. You know, I'm also excited because I get to watch Usman versus Colby. I get to watch Max Holloway. I get to meet Max Holloway. I'm seriously also a big fan of him. So, listen, I'm gonna be a groupie on the same fight card with all these heroes. I mean, I'm winning, no matter what.
What do you think about Colby Covington? Obviously, he's a big personality in MMA. You know, a lot of people dislike what he has to say. What do you think about him?
I think every person makes his own decisions. Colby probably has a reason why he says and do the things he does. And I am a true martial artist, and for me, respect and honor is very, very high. That's the most important things as a martial artist. And I don't always agree with what other people say or do, but everybody makes their own decisions. I'm not responsible for what he says. I don't like it out sometimes because I believe honestly we should respect each other. But you know, for whatever reason he does it, I think for him it's the right reason. You know, if it hypes or not. I know a lot of people are going to tune in because they want to see him fight. So that's good. That's good for everybody.
It seems like for a long time the story, like many people were talking about you versus Cyborg, and you know, there was a lot of a controversy around it. Looking back now, obviously she's not in the UFC, but is that still a fight that you think about, and that, you know, you maybe think that you would want maybe later? Or
I don't think about it at all. You know, I have a focus right now. I'm fighting the woman that's knocked out Cris Cyborg. I mean, why should I worry about Cris Cyborg at this point? No, I respect Cris Cyborg. She's an amazing athlete, and I hope she finds what she's looking for in Bellator, and I wish her all the best. But my focus right now is on Amanda Nunes.
You mentioned you fought a man before. When did that happen and how?
Wow. Most of the times I know all the dates exactly out of my mind, but let me think. I think it was 2005 or 2006, I think. He also had 40 pounds on me, but it was a boxing match. It was fun.
What was the result?
I knocked him out cold. He asked for it. Seriously, he tried to rip my head off, so I saw an opening in it. You know.
How did that get put together? How did that even come about?
I ask myself that all the time. I mean, Germaine, why do you sign up for all this stupid stuff? I ask myself all the time. It went down like he's a famous star, and he had a challenge. He had fought 3 fights before, and he wanted to challenge a pro, like who had more experience but was lower in weight. And so he decided, okay, I have only 3 fights. I had at the time I think 20 or 23 fights, something pro fights around something like that. And he said, well, I want to fight, and I was a world champion, current world champion at that point, and he was like, I want to fight a world-class world champion. Let's not fight kickboxing, let's do boxing then. So we meet in the middle. He has the weight advantage, but I have the experience advantage, and then we meet in boxing. And his whole training camp was filmed and they showed it on TV, and a lot of the TV wanted to sponsor that fight, and he agreed on it, I agreed on it, and I would not do it again, I'll be honest.
Was there any backlash? What was the reaction afterwards? 'Cause it's not obviously...
Well, the audience exploded when I knocked him out. So, he was sent to the hospital, so yeah, I don't know.
Well, speaking of man versus women, Henry Cejudo has been calling out like Shevchenko. He says he wants to be intergender champion. What do you make about all that?
I think
is that something you would find interesting?
I think it's just a PR stunt, you know. But if Henry wants to do a kickboxing match with me, let's do this. Let's do it.
You want Triple C to bend the knee?
Oh, he will bend the knee on a kickboxing match. I'm telling you right now, he will bend the knee.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.